Road traffic signs part 3. Where would you see these road markings? So I've re-recorded this, and this is a bit of a pain to describe, but it's on a motorway slip road because it represents the sort of arrow head shape between your slip road and the motorway main carriageway with the little chevrons in between. So it's on a motorway slip road, not very handy for this audio. What does this motorway sign mean? So it's a normal motorway sign, horizontal, long black horizontal, 2 yellow flashing lights, and it's got a big white arrow pointing left diagonally, and it means change to the lane on your left. What does this motorway sign mean? A squarish motorway, black motorway sign with the same 2 flashing yellow lights at the top and a 50 in it in white, and it means temporary maximum speed 50 miles per hour. Again, the same form of black motorway sign. It says, what does this sign mean? It's got 2 yellow flashing lights at the top again, and this time we have a motorway equivalent of the right hand lane closed ahead sign we've seen in other sections. So it's got 2 verticals on the left, which symbolize 2 lanes, and on the right we've got a shorter lane with a block on it. Right hand lane closed ahead. So what does 25 mean on this motorway sign? And it's a blue motorway sign, and it says Nottingham with a large white road lane on the right and a smaller diagonal lane coming off to the left, and it says Nottingham A46, and underneath is a little square that says 25. So it's the number of the next junction. How should the right hand lane of a 3-lane motorway be used? As we found in other sections, as an overtaking lane. Where can you find reflective amber studs on a motorway? On the right hand edge of the road. Where on a motorway would you find green reflective studs? At slip road entrances and exits. What should you do when you see this sign as you travel along a motorway? The same black motorway sign again with amber, yellow flashing lights below, and in the middle we have a white arrow as if you're going straight and then turning to the left. It means leave the motorway at the next exit. What does this sign mean? It's a blue square sign with what looks like a large motorway on it and a red cross through it. A single red line cross through it, and it's end of motorway. Which of these signs means that the national speed limit applies? And of course it's the white circle with a black diagonal stripe through it. What's the maximum speed on a single carriageway road? 60 miles per hour. What does this sign mean? And again, it's the normal black motorway sign with just end in a small box in the centre, and it's end of restriction. What does this sign indicate? Quite a simple sign, a square yellow sign with rounded corners, and in the middle is a black triangle, and it's a diversion route. So that could trick a few people and really trip them up there in the test. What does this temporary sign indicate? It's again a yellow rectangular sign with rounded edges. Inside the yellow sign you've got the usual circular red bordered sign with a 50 inside, and underneath it says 3/4 of a mile ahead. So it's a mandatory speed limit change ahead. Then it says what does this traffic sign mean? And it's actually the identical sign but in a photographic setting of a motorway. So again, they've changed it and phrased it as compulsory maximum speed limit, in this case 50 again, but identical sign. What should you do when you see this sign at a crossroads? It's a traffic light with a red line crossed through it. Carry on with great care, because we found out earlier in another section that this means that the traffic lights are not working. You're signalling to turn right in busy traffic. How would you confirm your intention safely? give an arm signal. What does this sign mean? And this is very simple. It's a circular sign with the red border, and inside it is a motorcyclist, so it means no motorcycles. You're on a motorway, a lorry has stopped in the right-hand lane. What should you do when you see this sign on the lorry? So this sign is a yellow square with some dots in the corners, and inside the square is a blue circle with a white arrow pointing down to the left diagonally, so it means pass the lorry on the left. You're on a motorway, red flashing lights appear above your lane only. What should you do? Move into another lane in good time. When may you sound the horn? To warn others of your presence. Your vehicle is stationary. When may you use its horn? And similar answer again, when another road user poses a danger. What does this sign mean? And we've got a yellow horizontal at the top of the sign, and on the yellow horizontal it says Urban Clearway Monday to Friday, and it's got the red, tiny red circular bordered sign in there with the blue background and the red stripe through it. Underneath it says AM 8 till 9:30, and to the right PM 4:30 till 6:30. So it means no parking on the days and times shown. What does this sign mean? It's a red triangle, and inside it is a car sort of falling over the side of the quayside or riverbank. So it just warns of a quayside or riverbank. And so we'll end there, and I'll record another part in a moment.